Hi everyone, I'm Suzanne Lively. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 1. On this channel, I share with you a lively perspective on all things homeschooling and all things book related. And today's video is kicking off Vlogmas by sharing with you our book advent for the month of December. I thought this was a great way to start our Vlogmas because this is a tradition that we're adopting this year. I was introduced to this concept just this year on YouTube and I thought, oh my gosh, as a book lover, I absolutely love this idea. And as you've probably seen in the video where I showcase what we gave my daughter for Christmas, or the one where all the books we gave her for Christmas, we are a book loving family. So this particular tradition is absolutely perfect for our family. And I'm going to share with you some of the books that I'm going to give to my daughter to help us celebrate Book Advent this year. Another tradition we're going to start this year is the pajama box. Now, I saw this on Abby's channel, Rooted in Rest, and absolutely loved the idea. Now, I'm going to give this little package to my daughter on the first day of December to kick off Advent. So, of course, it's going to include the very first book, as well as a couple other things I'm just going to quickly show you as I start off this video. Now, the first book that I'm going to give Vivian, my daughter, is called The Legend of the Christmas Witch. Again, you probably saw this in the books we're giving Vivian for Christmas this year. So some of the books that you're going to see here will be a repeat from that video. And there's new ones that I'm going to give her that were not included in that video. I've picked them up after I decided to do this book Advent. So this one is The Legend of the Christmas Witch. And I think this is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I'm going to start off our book Advent with this book this year. And I'll show you the other things I'm going to put in that pajama box. It's not going to be large. I wanted to start off with a pair of the pajamas that, again, you would have seen these in all the presents we bought our daughter for Christmas. I'm going to give her this first pair on the first day so she can wear them all the month of December. And I'm going to give her the second pair on Christmas Eve. The other thing that I'm going to put in that package is I'm going to put in some items so that we can make our hot cocoa bar. Now, this is crushed candy cane. These are the marshmallows. Whoop, from dropping things. Obviously, we're going to use other things that I'm about to show you, but these were just some to get her excited about the hot cocoa bar. The first time we did the hot cocoa bar was last year, and we loved it so much that my spouse said this is absolutely going to be a tradition going forward. So I'm just going to stick in a couple of packets of hot chocolate, a candy cane, and I love these little stir sticks. They're fantastic. Now, we did a video last year. It was our very first hot cocoa bar that we ever did. And I'll leave that linked above, but I don't know if I'm going to do another one this year for Vlogmas or not. If that interests you, please, and you want to see it, please let me know in the comments below. My focus more this year would be on creating one with a low budget. I'm not going out and buying a bunch of things this year for it. And also little space, because I don't even have as much space as I had last year. All right, I thought that would be a fun way to kick off the month of December and book Advent. Obviously, there's going to be 24 books in here. I've shown you the first one. That leaves 23. I'll just give you some of the parameters that I have for our book Advent this year. Now, I debated on doing this even though I love the idea immediately. And the biggest reason was I just seemed so wasteful in terms of wrapping all the presents. Now, this is what I've decided to do to kind of combat that. First of all, everything's going in this wonderful, amazing basket. And I'll tie a couple little things on there to make it a bit more Christmassy. But the majority of the books are going in there. What I've decided to do is two things. One, I have one of these. This was like an Amazon bag. So I'm going to use the overflow and put it in there. I don't have to wrap anything. And we'll see what we do next year. I'd love to get reusable bags for these. But since this is the first year with this particular tradition, I wasn't going out and buying a bunch of new things for it. We'll accumulate that over the next couple of years. The other thing I thought in terms of wrapping is I bought this paper thinking it was great to roll out for my daughter to draw pictures on, that sort of thing. Anyway, it's extremely thin. It rips really easily, and I almost threw it out. So I'm glad that I didn't. I'm going to wrap the presents with this, because really I haven't figured out any other use for it. And then at least it's still getting some sort of use. Now I'm going to show you the first 10 to 12 books. And these are books that I've picked out based on what I want to get started in our house early in December. Now, for that is because we're going to do a couple of studies. For example, we're doing a Charles Dickens study. We're doing a Nutcracker study. My daughter's absolutely in love with the Nutcracker, and I've added some things to it this year. Bought a little piece of curriculum for that. I'm really excited about. We're also doing cookies from around the world, a little around the world study, as well as one I'm super excited about. And we did it a little bit last year, but I'm making it even bigger this year for us. We're celebrating Christmas in New York this year. I'm mentioning that because I want her to open those books first so that we can use them throughout the month of December. All right, so the first book was Christmas Witch. The second book I ordered is Holiday Baking, American Girl. And I thought this would be just something fun for Vivian. So I grabbed that, and she can pick out a couple recipes from that this year. And I thought we could make a couple every year. I'm not going to go all the way through this book this year because we are doing cookies from around the world. And I think that will be the biggest part of our baking this year. As well as we're doing a Jan Brett book study this year. And there'll be a bunch of gingerbread cookies and that sort of thing as well. All right, next I'm going to get her to open this Oliver Twist book. And this is an enchanting retelling of a modern classic. And like I said, we are introducing Dickens a study this year. Therefore, thought this would be great. This is one we already had in our house, but I'm not sure if she read it, and I certainly didn't. Anyway, I thought it was fun. Pig on an Elf, or Pig the Elf. I threw that in there. He's always good for a laugh. I just wanted to make sure that I kept this really fun for Vivian too. I don't want to weigh all of the books down from a homeschooling standpoint so that Vivian feels that they're not as much fun. It just ends up being some sort of work. So I'm going to try to mix it up. I guess my point is this might not be the exact order I give them to her, but it's an approximation that's probably going to be close. Now, the other one is The Nutcracker and the Mouse King. And this is a graphic novel. This is one of her books I originally planned on giving her for Christmas. So I'll do this earlier in the year, and it can become part of the little Nutcracker study we do throughout the month. And really, this is not a book we'd sit down and read from front to back. I mean, she might if she wants to go off and do that on her own. But if we're going to do it together, we'll read that over, probably a couple weeks. Okay, one of the books that is coming in the next few days, this is a copy we have from the library. This is A World of Cookies for Santa. Follow Santa's tasty trip around the world. And this is really cute. It goes to different places in the world. And what I really love about it, see, these are all, that was cute, the map. Those are all the places that it goes in the world. All the cookies, see, and they're numbered. So on page 23, you can look up the cookies that they give Santa in Brazil. Another one you may have seen in the ones we're giving her for Christmas is this Happy Nora Holidays. And these are just really cute, and she loves them. And I bought this. I pre-ordered this book. I actually thought it was a fun idea. It's the official Harry Potter baking book. Now, I'm going to have her look at this, and we can sit down and have fun reading it and looking at everything. But we'll probably just pick out one of the recipes out of here to make before Christmas. Anyway, I'm excited to see. This looks like so much fun. This one, Jingle Bells by Isa Trapani, we got from the library. And I love this telling of Jingle Bells, and it goes around the world. I ordered a used copy off Amazon, so we should get this probably closer to Christmas, actually. Now, I have never actually read The Little Match Girl. And this is by Jerry Pinkney. And I picked this up, I don't know, within the last couple months while I was thrifting. And I thought this would be a beautiful one to add in. This one is Violet Around the World. And the reason I thought it was fun is because we are studying, Christmas around the world this year. I thought this might be another fun one to add in. And we'll see if we get this read before Christmas, if it ends up working out or not. Either way, I love this series. Check it out. Now, if you saw my Scholastic haul a couple months back, I bought this series, How to Catch. So I thought I'd throw these in. We haven't actually read them. How to Catch an Elf and How to Catch a Snowman. I also decided to throw in one of the Mina Lima fairy tale books, and I'm going to give her The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Now, the reason I decided to throw it in is because she does have 3 other ones coming for Christmas. I did decide to give them all to her. I wasn't sure if that was too much to give for one present. I've decided to go for it, as some of you viewers suggested. But because there'll be 4 of these beautiful books coming this year, plus I'm getting one of the latest Harry Potter Mina Lima book, I thought it would be fun to give this before that we could actually sit and spend like an hour or two, you know, cuddled up and going through this in detail, because it's absolutely gorgeous. If you haven't seen these interactive books, definitely look them up. They're stunning, stunning, and they're very interactive. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely a work of art. This first week of Vlogmas is going to be jam-packed with resources, and if you and your family love to read books, themed Christmas activities, then definitely make sure you're subscribed and you tune in this week, because it's jam-packed with things that we plan on doing this month. For example, we'll have all the middle grade books we're going to read. That is on top of these picture books. This book advent is something different, but we're also going to do our monthly read alouds, which include chapter books and middle grade books and audio books, that sort of thing. Definitely check that out. And like I said, we will be doing unit studies, and I will have that information up for you. So number 1, Christmas in New York, the Nutcracker, Christmas around the world, and what else? I'm sure there's another. There's a couple of unit studies, and my plan is just to give you guys resources, and you can do as little or as much as you want. My intention is to really make it easy for you and your family to just add something a little special and different into your home this Christmas season. Okay, I think that puts us at about 14. Another one I'm going to throw in is one we have. I gave this to her last year, Harry Potter Christmas at Hogwarts Magical Movie Moments. But we hardly looked at it last year. There was so much going on. So this will be a fun way to do so this year, because we are going to be setting aside time each day to open the book and to sit and read it. And if you're doing book advent, I'd love to know when you do it. Do you guys do it in the morning? Because I thought about that. Or do you do it in the evening? All right, those are all the books that I have to share with you now. I think what I'm going to do is this will be a good excuse to be more active on Instagram. And I'm going to post the book that we read each day. So if that's something that you want to see, definitely check me out on Instagram this Christmas. Like I said, I'll try to be more active. There are a ton of books I have on hold that are coming into our public library, some of them specifically for the whole New York or Christmas in New York theme. And I'm definitely going to include those early on. So I'm not sure of the order, but if you want to see the order that we end up reading them each day, as well as what other books I ended up including this month, definitely make sure you check me out on Instagram. And if you want to see more of Vlogmas this year, lots of bookish content and other homeschool contents and studies and some fun Christmas activities, definitely make sure that you hit subscribe, and I will see you soon with another video. Well, actually, I can change that. I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 2.